let's say for this effect, I take the deck and I can actually give it a little shuffle just like this. Now I would explain to the spectator, I'm going to riffle my thumb down the side, and all they have to do is call out stop. So let's say they call out stop here. So I would like for the spectator to go ahead and remember this card for me. So go ahead and don't forget that. So after the spectator has remembered their card, we can leave it right there, and we can give the deck a few cuts just like this. So now I explain to the spectator that we're going to use the value of their card to help us. So if they had an ace, it would be a 1. They had a jack, it would be 11. Queen is 12. King is 13. And then 2 through 10 is going to be the values they are. So a 2 is a 2, 4 is 4, 5 is 5. So I would ask the spectator to turn over their card for the first time. In this case, the Joker, and oh, you're telling me the Joker is not your card? Oh, that's weird. Okay, well, actually, Jokers are wild, so they can really be any number. So how about you name a number out loud for me? Let's say between 1 and 13, because there's 13 cards in a deck. So, in this case, the spectator named 8. And I can say, would you like to change 8 or would you like to keep 8? You want to keep 8, okay? So let's count 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And your card is the Queen of Spades. No, your card is not the Queen of Spades. This is not going too well. Okay, Jokers are wild in a sense, so maybe they can find your cards. How about you put your Joker on top face up and you cut the deck? Perfect. And if we spread the deck, there's going to be one card next to the Joker. For the first time ever, name your card out loud. Let's say they do that right now. And I show them, hopefully their card, the Queen of Hearts. So that is today's effect. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. So a few things before I get into this effect. Number one, the cards I'm using is the Avery deck. And I actually have a deck review on this, so I will leave that down below. The second thing is about the trick. Now this is actually a trick I put together. And I put this together because I saw a video on Robert Ball Magician a few weeks ago where I guess you could say he challenged us to create a routine going with the song The Joker and the Queen. So I will leave his video down below and his channel down below, but this is something I put together. And at the end, I will show you one more way you can do this. And then I'll show you a way you can do this impromptu. So for this effect, you're going to need 2 cards. In this case, I chose a Joker and a Queen, but they can be any 2 cards. So for the card you're going to want forced on the spectator and found at the end, you're going to want that second from the top, on top of the deck. And now you're all set. So starting off the effect, you can do any false shuffles and cuts you would like. I will link some down below. I will also link the overhand shuffle I did down below, along with the false overhand shuffle. And now you're going to want to do some card force where you can force the second card, and then when you turn everything face down and you drop the top card, they think it's the Joker, but they think it's the Queen, but it's actually the Joker. So I will leave some card forces down below if you want to check those out. Now the force I did was the riffle force, but I'm not going to go in depth with any of these moves. Otherwise the video is going to be too long. Just check out the videos linked down below. So, What I did was I did the riffle force, and then I did sort of a convincing control. So I will leave that down below in the description if you're not familiar with it. I just pushed off the top two cards, and when I brought my hand about this much up, I used my thumb to pull back this top card. I can show the queen, and then when I brought my hand back down about this height, I just moved the top card over with my thumb, and I dropped it down. So that shows the queen, but that drops the joker. And now you can say, really anything you want, but I like to say how the value of your card is going to help us, and I go over all of the values. Ace is 1, Jack is 11, Queen 12, King 13, and then 2 through 10 are the values they already are. So now I have a number named out loud between 1 and 13, just because there's 13 cards in a deck, but you can do any number 1 through 52. I don't think you should do 1. I don't think 52 will really work. They might work. So let's say in this case they name 5. So you're going to reverse count 4 cards into your hand. 5 minus 1, which is 4. So, and the queen is on top here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to spread out the bottom cards with my fingers. And I can move over the top card with my thumb. And I can turn over and show the 4. Now while they say that's not their card, take the 4 cards in your hand and drop them, and turn over the top card that isn't theirs back on top of the deck and drop it right on top of the rest. Take the joker and put it face up and say, okay, maybe the joker can help us. You're going to cut the deck just like this. And now when you spread the deck, that one card right on top of the joker is going to be their Queen of Hearts. And that really is the effect. It's not too hard of an effect. So here's one more way you can actually do this. And I actually taught this move called the Larry verse. I will link that down below. And I also taught a really cool card at any number with the move. So I will link that down below as well. So you're going to do the trick the same trick. Just do the trick as I taught you before, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So you show the queen, you drop the joker, and then they name a number. Let's say 5. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for 5, you're going to turn it over the same way. That's not their card, but now you're going to do the Larry first, which I won't teach, but I will show you really quick what it looks like. So you line up everything, you pinch it with your 4 fingers, you turn your wrist over, you put this double against the edge of the deck, you pinch down with your thumb, you lift up with your 4 fingers, and then you move everything out of the way and you drop these cards on top. Meaning now that when the spectator counts 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they get the queen right there. And those are the 2 ways I really thought of doing this. There's actually one more way, now that I think about it, that you can do this. So let's say you have the joker off to the side, you have the queen on top, you want to control the joker, or the queen, 7th from the top. Now, I can't remember what this, I'm going to call it move, is called. I think Sean Devine taught this, but I can't find the video. But if you can find the video, please link it down below. So you can control the queen 7th any way you want. One way I might do this is the overhand shuffle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to in-jog this card, shuffle the rest. And now I can do sort of a false shuffle as well. Meaning that card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just did 7 minus 1, which is 6. I put 6 cards on top, the queen is 7th, and you're all set. Now, this move might work with 10, but I can't remember what to do with 10. So I'm just going to show you 6 through 9. So you're going to ask the spectator to name a number 6 through 10. Now, normally when you say this, you don't want them to name either 6 or 10, meaning you want 7 through 9. Well, in this case, it's a little different because they can't name 10 for this. They might be able to, I just don't know what to do for 10, but they could name 6, okay? But they can name 7, 8, or 9. So you need to play around with it and see how your audience might do. If they name 6, you can say, okay, go ahead and count 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn over that card on top of the deck face up, and now it's the queen. That's if they name 6. And make sure it's in the 7th position every time. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, name a number 6 through 10. Let's say 7. You can say, okay, go ahead and count 6 cards, turn over the 7th card face up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the spectator can do 6 and 7, but you're going to have to do 8 and 9. So we have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So name a number, let's say 8. Now you're going to count in 2s to 8, but you're going to count by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 in groups of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and that card on top will be the queen. We have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that to the bottom. Make sure we're good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And finally, if they name 9, you're going to count in groups of 3, 3, 6, 9. So 3, 6, 9. And that card on top is the queen. And that really is the effect. Here's one way or two ways you can do this impromptu, and then that's the video. So these can be shuffled, and if you're not a beginner, but you're sort of intermediate, this might actually be good. So once the spectator hands the deck back, you can explain they're all different, and you can show them, and all you're going to do is the call to control these to the top. So I will leave the call down below in the description, but essentially you can call the Joker and the queen at the same time, right to the top of the deck. Now, the call I don't always rely on, especially if you need the queen second and it's first. So here's one more way you can actually do that, anyone can do. So the deck can be shuffled, and you're going to say, okay, I'm going to take out a few cards to actually help us here. So you're going to go through like this, moving cards around. Here's the exposed view. All you're going to do is you're going to find either the Joker or the Queen, and you're going to put them at the top of the deck how they're supposed to. So the Joker will go first. You would continue moving cards around at the bottom. Don't disturb the top of the deck. And then you can put the Queen at the top of the deck, and then you can go to the top, move it second, and then you can continue moving cards around. And then when you're done, you can say, okay, I think we're good there. And then you can proceed with the trick as usual. So that is the effect. I hope you really enjoyed this one. This is my entry for the Joker and the Queen. I don't know if anyone has actually submitted an entry yet, but here's my entry. So yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye.